Okay, here is another message that God want me to do. Let me say that again. Here is another message that God want me to do. Get aware with yourself, with God and Jesus. Get aware with yourself, with God and Jesus. Watch this. Do you understand that God is looking at you from this point? You got to see where you're coming up with. You got to get aware with God. God is showing you a light. He's showing you something that is for you. You got to think about, are you even going this direction with God? How do God take you up to what you're supposed to do for you? You got to see that God is using you for an element, and he's using you for a frame. He's using you for a benefit to grow you up toward something, to show you what you got to fit frame on. God is the reasoning of the grip. God is something that can show you what you got a big phrase for yourself on. Now learn the different direction with God. Show something with God. Now, when you get aware of God, and when you basically affiliate with God, and when you do something for God, and when you basically plan to something for God, you're doing something for you. You got to sit up there and get it all together for you. Now, at times, you're going to see that at times you're living in an aspect where you can't take it no more. Life is tearing you up to blitz. Do you understand that the devil at times is going to crucify you every time, all because you're saving souls from going to a burning hell pit, Matthew? This is where God is looking at me in this element. The devil want to destroy me. The devil want to kill me. The devil want to kill me so bad that he want me to basically hurry up and go to heaven, because he is so upset that I'm not going to go to hell. Now, he know that at times I take the book and use the book under the pillow and do myself, but God look at that is not a sin, because basically masturbation is basically using your dick and stroking it with your hand as a man. Now that's something that God looks at, because God is looking at me like, okay, Matthew, at some point you're going to take stop looking at this element. You're going to take stop looking at what element that you must take stop looking at, because one thing you're looking at is no marriage here on earth. You are basically looking at a marriage in heaven. Now, Matthew, understand this about yourself. You're not looking like you're going to go to hell, because why in the world would God send a man like you to hell? He's not going to send you to hell. Even though you have took the book and used the book under the pillow and did yourself on so many occasions and bust the sperm, God is looking at this like, okay, this sin that you're doing is not really a sin, because you're not stroking your hand with your dick. You're basically taking the book, using the book under the pillow and doing yourself. God is looking at this like, okay, this is somewhat of a sin, but this sin that you're doing, Matthew, at some point you're going to stop doing it, because guess what you're doing today? You are basically fasting today, and you don't even quite know it. One thing that I know about you, Matthew, this is what you're doing with yourself. You're basically saying that everything that you're doing for yourself is to grow you up even further. How do you go with the flow? How do you think of something different? How do you mind frame something different? How do you take something different? How do you access something different? You're doing something for you. So God is saying, this is what you must do for yourself. You can't sit up here and masturbate no more, because masturbation was never a part of you. Now look at this element, God. You are basically saying this. So, Matthew, this is something that I want to say now. Now that you are now coming into the element of being strictly a YouTube preacher, this is something that I look at with because things of this nature is getting bolder for you, because now I'm looking at you on this element tip. The message that you sent just on this eyesight skeptical point of God can't take this. This is a message that I looked at. I said, wow, it's going to be so many different views that's going to look at this and say, this is a powerful message, because this man is not perfect. Do you understand that even though Kevin Gates is a Muslim, he's not perfect? At times he do
just mine. You are not perfect either, Matthew, because what you do is you take the book and use the book on the pillow and then do yourself. That's somewhat of a sin, but it is not really a sin because you're not watching porn. There was a time in your life you used to watch porn a lot. You used to freaking masturbate by taking the 35-pounder dumbbell and putting it under the pillow and do yourself. That 35-pounder dumbbell was basically a sin to me, but now you're banking a pillow with a 35-pounder dumbbell. That's something that me as God is looking at. So understand this, Matthew. You need to understand that this is the element of the chip of which you gotta chip on for yourself. Think about it. You must mindset yourself. You must think of a different altitude state. Think about where you're going up with yourself on. That's how you take something and build it the best way and grow it further for you. Now understand this, Matthew. One thing about this life is only temporal. It's only temporal. Fine, you're never going to get rich. You're never going to have to multi millions of dollars. You're going to be working at you as a video editor and a photo editor all the way until you're 65. And then you're going to come into a retirement plan. Now understand this. You got income. You have over of this amount of money saved in your bank account. And you got a good amount saved up. So now watch this. Learn how to do something for yourself, because the amount of money that you got saved in your bank account is something that's for you. Now you and your father, which is Antonio, can do real estate, where you be basically a real estate investor, where you buy houses, flip them and sell them, and you expand your income, and then you can easily, comfortable pay the bills and not barely make it. That's something that you need to understand with you. So understand where you're coming up with and then get it right with yourself. That's how you see it and learn it for you. So now as I look at this is what I will say in this mental therapy that I'm giving you. Understand this. What I want you to do is I want you to take the bus to basically go to the gym and basically work out on your abs. Make your abs look way much better, because when you get to heaven, your abs is going to look super too much and then I say phenomenal, because you're going to be in an immortal body. So on this end, but be at the gym today and enjoy yourself being at the gym, because it's men that's basically in hell burning and they can't get sex. You got the opportunity to basically go to heaven and get sex, even though you're never going to get it again here on earth, because it's men in jail that's in jail for life, and they would not be able to ever have sex with a woman. That's what you need to understand. So understand this. You're in a predicament where you got your freedom. At least you got your freedom. So what? You don't got a wife on this earth. That's what you need to understand. Because at times you have been crucified over and over and over again in hurt, all because you have no significant other of a wife. That's something that would cheer you up every single time. But the fact that you're getting better with living this alone lifestyle and you're no longer lonely, that's where you coming up with the element of the tip and get it right with yourself. So Matthew, I basically said enough. So that's enough for this video. And don't say anything.